Hi Year 11, we're going to do a revision today on angles and parallel lines. These questions come up quite often and they're very specific in how you have to answer them. So they're not difficult, but you've really got to get the wording correct. So we'll start easy. I'll give you all the words and so hopefully you'll make some notes and you'll draw these so you can see what you're doing. Then we'll go on to some easy questions and then we'll go on to a few more difficult ones and I'll show you how to answer them. First of all, how do we know we've got a parallel line? They might not tell you, but you have to look. So, parallel line, look for the arrows. That means you've got a parallel line. Parallel line, train track, they never meet. That's the first one you have to look for. So, we have our parallel lines and we have the line going through it. No need to tell you what that line's called, it's just there. So, if we have an angle here and an angle here, and this is 100 degrees, this one is also 100 degrees. You won't be asked to measure them, you'll be told that one's 100 degrees, what is the other one, and that these are both 100 degrees because they are alternate angles. Probably when you were in the lower years you were shown to do a Z and things like that, but you can't do that because you need to use the correct terminology. An alternate is the way forward. So we have the angle here, and when you go up it's alternate to it. Obviously you have more. That angle and that angle are alternate to each other as well. So that's the first one you need to know. Moving down, the next angles that you need to know. So one inside, one outside. We have our parallel lines, and if I had the line and I brought it down to here, so from top to bottom, it's corresponding. So this angle and this angle are corresponding. Again, they'll give you, this one might be is less than 90, so let's say that's 70 degrees. This one would be 70 degrees as well. Going again, if we have the angle here and the angle here, they would be corresponding because if you brought the line down, one would go on top of the other one. Another word to know: alternate, corresponding. Moving on a little bit further, we have our parallel lines again, and we go inside. So both of these inside the parallel lines. These angles are called co-interior or allied angles. So you can say either. I use co-interior because interior means inside. You're going to be an interior design and you're going to do something inside the house. Or allied. These angles always add up to 180 degrees. Exactly the same as angles on a straight line. They add up to 180 degrees. So these two together, which means that if we did these two, they also add up to 180 degrees. So co-interior or allied angles. Moving down, get it right, miss. We have here an angle here. We've got our parallel lines again. We have an angle here and an angle here, and these are vertically opposite and they're the same. So if that's 50 degrees, that's 50 degrees. So these are vertically opposite angles. Which means this angle is the same as this angle. So it's like doing a puzzle. So the four main things you have to know are alternate angles, corresponding angles, co-interior angles or allied, either or, and we've got vertically opposite angles. When you answer a question, that's the type of terminology you have to use. So I was going to go down. I won't give you that exact question. Let's go for, I have got, given you all 6 questions. I would like you to have a go at question 1, 2, 3 and 4 now, please. Okay, I hope you've had long enough to do those. Right, we've got the 4 questions here. As you can see, 2 marks, 2 marks, 2 marks. This one's 3 marks. So this means you should have a little bit more information to gain that extra mark. So in the diagram, AB is parallel to CD. We can see that because we've got the 2 triangles. Work out the size of the angled marked X. We have X here. So if we look, if we were on this line and we could slide it up, the 72 would be over there. So the angle is 72 degrees. Give a reason. Because the angles are corresponding. 2 answers, 2 marks. B. Work out the size of the angle marked Y. We're here and we look and that's going across. So Y is 60 degrees. Give a reason. Because the angles are alternate. The angles are alternate angles. They alternate. They go from one side to the other. Number 3, work out the size of the angle marked X. Well, if we look, we've got the 2 parallel lines, so they're going a little bit of a difference. But if you look, these are inside the parallel lines. So they are co-interior, they added up together. So we have 180 minus 111, and that gives us 69. So the angle is 69. Give a reason for your answer. They are co-interior angles, or you can say they are allied angles. And lastly, number 4, work out the size of angle X. Now this is 3 marks. There's going to be a little bit more work to this one. Work out marked X. So it doesn't go, it's not interior, it's not alternate, and it's not corresponding. So you're going to have to take one more step to work this out. So if we think about this, if this is 59, you can do this 2 ways. You can either slide it up and you can make this 59, which is perfect. So we're going, that one's 59. And if that was 59, what would that be? What do the angles on a straight line equal? 180 degrees. So 180 minus 59 equals 121 degrees. Give a reason for your angle. You can then say X equals 121 as K, the angle on K and L equals 59 degrees as corresponding, and X equals 121 as angles on straight line equal 180. 3 marks, 3 results. We've got the degrees and we've got the 2 reasons why. Perfect. A few more exam questions for you to look at and to go over just to see what you could do. As you can see, the first thing to look at, I'm going to go through this one with you, then I'm going to give you some to do in your own time or at the end of the lesson. So first of all, I look at this and I think to myself, 4 marks. So there's 4 reasons there's 4 things I have to put down for me to get the 4 marks. They're telling us ABC, and DEF are straight lines. AB, DE is a parallelogram. Find X. Give reasons to explain your answer. Well, I actually know what the answer is, but that would not get me 4 marks. They've asked for reasons to explain your answer. So I have worked it out beautifully for you to show you exactly how I would do it. So BEF equals 65 degrees. It's a corresponding angle. Okay, I've written it. BE, so E is the one we're looking at. So we've got a corresponding angle. If we look down, if you look at the parallel lines going down, and it slides down, so BEF, so this one here is 65 degrees, corresponding angle. ABE, this one here, because the middle one is in, is 65 degrees. It's an alternate angle, because that up to there is an alternate angle. So that is 65 degrees, which means X is 180, angles on a straight line, minus 65 equals the angles on a straight line, so makes X equal 115. 4 marks. I've given them the answer for 1 mark, 2 marks, 3 marks, 4 marks. Now there's questions for you to do yourself. I'm just going to go over a few of these with you, but as you can see, some of them can look quite complicated, but they're not. You just have to break them down and give a reason to why they're there. The first one, looking at it straight away, slide it down 72 degrees, because it's corresponding. Then we want to find y. Well, I don't know how to do that. Think about what you know. This is a straight line. You can find this angle. So even if they haven't shown you it, you can work it out. So angles on a straight line, that's 67 degrees. Now you have that. We come down. This is 67 degrees because it's an alternate angle. So sometimes you have to think outside the box for working things out for where they are. Going over to number 2. Straight away, just because there's nothing there, you don't take it up. This can go up, corresponding angle, 76 degrees. We can find X, angles on a straight line, 104. Here we can find Y. We've got them. It's alternate. It alternates across 64 degrees. Let's go down and maybe find a little bit more difficult one. Let's go for here maybe. We could find this one here is 48 because it's alternate. How could I find that angle there? You have to know the degrees in a triangle add up to 180. And this angle would be exactly the same, and the angles of a circle add up to 360, making that angle 121 degrees. So there's a lot of knowledge. That would be a question that could be easily three marks because of the knowledge you need. You need to know that this is an alternate angle. You then need to know you can find this because the angles in a triangle add up to 180. This is vertically opposite. When we've got those two, you can find these two because they're the same. Whatever they are, you divide them by 2. Good luck with the rest of the questions.